this video will show you 3 ways to instantly raise your vibration. I'm going to share with you the processes, the perspectives that I use in order to increase my own vibration so that I'm able to feel good a majority of the time and also attract what I want. Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some of my own processes, my own perspectives that help me raise my vibration, explaining it in a little bit of a new way. I've explained it in some of my videos, but the whole process and idea of understanding our vibration in kind of a non-woo-woo type way, but really a way that's practical that we can apply in our own life, that then we can experience what we want. So with this, realize that when it comes to vibration, think of vibration in the form of resonance. Anything that we experience in our life has a certain resonance, and in order to experience what we want, we must resonate with certain experiences to have those in our life. So think about this in the form of physics. Things that are alike attract each other because they are resonating in the same form. And in the same way, if we are resonating at a lower feeling or a lower vibration, we're not going to perceive of the things in our life that we actually want to experience because there might be that disconnect there. Well, this video will show you how to close that gap and how to most easily raise up that vibrational scale. Now, I feel like in any video that I do on vibration, I have to show this scale from the book called Power versus Force by Dr. David Hawkins, only because it really gives us a visual perspective of understanding how we can go about raising our vibration. And as you look at this scale, you'll see that there's certain emotions. Now, when we're feeling certain emotions, it puts us into a certain vibratory state. And what we must do to move up the scale is first off realize that the best way to move up the scale isn't to have a new perspective, it's to let go of what no longer serves. It's to let go of all these bottom perspectives. So as we see the emotions of anger, guilt, shame, what we do is realize that any perspective we have, any momentum of thoughts will be entwined in a certain emotion. And if that emotion is a lower emotion like anger or shame or guilt, that will keep us perpetually thinking those thoughts over and over again. Now, the easiest way to raise your vibration, and this is something I've shared in many videos, is to simply neutralize all the perspectives we have by not thinking about them as negative or positive. Simply know that they are thoughts. That's all they are. The meaning of negative or positive will depend upon our own interpretation. Now, the easiest way to transcend all of these is to neutralize what we're thinking by observing our thinking rather than reacting to our thinking. The moment we are able to observe it is the moment we drop all these lower emotions, and then we can recenter our focus on some of the higher emotions. The emotions such as willingness, such as love, joy, peace. We can actually start to exist in those frames once we let go of perspectives that no longer serve us. So the easiest way to do that is to simply forgive. Forgive yourself, forgive other people that have done you wrong. Understand that they've only made decisions from their own level of rationalization. A lot of people are reenacting childhood things that they went through or perspectives that they had from certain situations. When you forgive people and you understand that they're doing the best that they can with what they've got, it makes it so much easier to raise your vibration. But I just had to show that just to give a little bit of a basis for how we can move up it, because the first one I want to talk about is the feeling of gratitude. When we learn how to neutralize everything, what we can then do is to focus on gratitude. That's the first way to raise your vibration. It's the most powerful way. So forgive and then feel grateful for the awareness you have. Feel grateful for the people that are in your life. As you focus on gratitude, you can't focus on negative emotions at the same time. It's just, they're so incompatible. So focus on what you're grateful for. Be aware every day of your daily routine and how you could infuse gratitude in it. What I do is the processes that I use is right when I get up in the morning, the first thing I do is as I'm laying in bed, I focus on gratitude. I focus on what I'm grateful for. I focus on the things in my life that are working very well. And the more that you focus on gratitude, the more that you find reasons to feel that. So it's almost like you prime yourself so that throughout the day, things happen and you learn how to not be reactive to it. You learn how to be grateful for the awareness you have, whether it's negative or positive, and that changes just about everything. That's a part of my daily routine. I get up every day. One of the first things I do is I feel gratitude. I hop right into meditation and I observe my thoughts, which makes it so that the rest of the day, all those lower emotions, I'm able to observe them rather than attach to them and think that they're a part of who I am. And that's another part of this. Realize that you are not your thoughts. You may think your thoughts, but that's not who you are. When we start to relate to our thoughts in that way, it's almost like it's so much easier to let them go because they no longer have power over us. So raise your natural set point by forgiving everybody that's done you wrong. Forgive yourself for anything you may beat yourself up with, and realize that as you do that, you learn how to observe your thoughts. You can then start to refocus on things that serve you, being around people that actually help raise your elevation or how you feel. Be around people that make you feel better, and as you do that, everything begins to change. Now, the second way to raise your vibration comes at a more physical type level. Anytime we increase our own state of being or even the oxygen level in our body, we're going to be raising our own vibration. Now, let me ask you a question. What is your diet like? Do you drink a lot of water and do you breathe deeply every day? Now, the simple way to go about this is to realize the more you move your body, the better you're going to feel, the more you're going to become present at the same time. Now, this is something that I do every day. I work out every day. I breathe deeply every day through either meditation or through working out, and I eat very clean food. And as I do that, that allows me to be in an alkaline state, and I find that the more oxygen in my body, the more I oxygenate myself, the more vitality I feel, the more alive I feel. So understand that if you feel like you're always being weighed down, a simple way to get over that is to simply change the diet. Whatever we put into our body literally becomes a part of ourselves. Like, it breaks down, we use some of it for energy, but the other part of it becomes us. So what we must be aware of is, what are we putting into our body? Are we putting in nutrient-rich foods, or are we putting in foods that aren't alive? Are we putting in foods that weigh us down, that are very dense in things that we don't want to put into our body? Are they very toxic? That's another question. More toxicity we put into our body, the more our body has to fight to bring it back to its homeostasis. So some of the daily processes that I use is I go to the gym every day. I go into a sauna every day, which releases all those toxins or anything that may be built up. I eat very healthy. I eat lots of vegetables. What I do is I also drink a lot of alkaline water, and I find that as I do that and I work out and I increase my own state of being, it's like I become more present to the moment, and it naturally raises my vibration. Also know that the more we increase our heartbeat, it's almost like that what we do is we work out our own body so that our body doesn't have to go through the emotions to let go of the energy. It's almost like if we have too much energy that we're not burning, that will translate into nervousness, that may translate into emotions we don't really prefer. And when we realize that we can use our body and we can let go of the energy in a healthy way, that's when we're really going to start elevating our own vibration. So that's also one of the most important things that I've done in my life, is take on a daily practice of working out. You can do this by walking every day. You could walk your dog every day, and as you do that, you're getting a workout at the same time. But also be very aware of what you're putting into your body. The better food you put in your body, the better you will feel. The third way that we can raise our own vibration has to do with simply realizing that we can give to other people. This doesn't mean that we have to give money, we have to give material things, but when you give someone a compliment, when you do things for other people, or you have the general mindset that you're going to add value to other people, you feel like you're contributing. There's a feeling that comes along with that, and that's a sure way that you are in abundance. Think about this in the form of abundance. Towards that top of the scale that I showed you, the emotions towards the top are all abundance. You already have enough. If you feel gratitude, it means that you already have something, or you're at least focused on something that's positive. If you're able to give compliments to other people, you realize that it's because because you feel comfortable with yourself already. You're able to give that away. If we're in the lower paradigms, we want to hold on to everything. We don't want to give away those things because what about us? It's all about survival. So the key to this is knowing that as we give to other people subconsciously, that's telling ourselves that we already have enough, we are already in abundance, and from that, it's like everything becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. If we have enough, and we come from that perspective and we're giving to other people in that way, even if it's just energetically, we are telling our subconscious mind, it's almost like we are telling, we could call it the universe, that we have enough, that we are grateful, and we keep getting a mirror reflection of that. So whatever we focus on grows, and if we focus on giving, we will start to receive more at the same time, because what we put out is what we get back. So these are 3 things that I do every day that are involved in my daily habits, my daily routine. They're ways and perspectives that I have that allowed me to let go of perspectives that don't serve, to really forgive people that may have done me wrong in the past, or even forgive myself for ways that I've responded. And as I've done that, it's raised my emotional state of being. I will tell you guys that I feel good a majority of the time, and even though I'll push myself outside my comfort zone, I will feel nervous with certain things I do. It comes from a place of abundance. It comes from a place of believing in myself, and it's something that really just continues to grow. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already. Also, hit that little notification bell so that you're able to see the daily videos that I do. And other than that, I will see you guys on the next vid. Peace, much love, and namaste.